18-year-old men and 18-year-old women start diametrically opposed, with women typically being at the top and men typically being at the bottom. The only time men that are that young will be at the top is typically they have to be very exceptional at something. You were either born and you got the genetic lottery where you were born into a wealthy or rich family. You were a really high profile athlete that's about to go pro. Things of that nature would kind of increase his chances to kind of make the major jump and start off from the top. Everybody else, most guys are at varying degrees of very, very low. And the reason is because the things that women are looking for in comparison to all the men that are approaching them, you don't match up or you haven't done and accomplished most of those things or become most of those things at 18 years old. You probably aren't making little to no significant money. You potentially haven't built up your physique and actually grown into your man body. You don't own a home. You may or may not have a car. You don't have much to show for what women that are dating and being, approached by all these men, especially ones that are older than you, would already have. So as time goes on, 18 to 25, she's hovering in that top tier area. And only the women that are exceptionally beautiful will typically stay very high up there post 30. Everybody else, women-wise, start to make the steep decline. And whereas men, at 18, you're at the bottom. By the time you get to about 30, if you have not put yourself in any significantly stupid situations, having to pay alimony, having to pay child support, having a record that prevents you from being able to get into a lot of fields to be able to make really good, decent money. If you've built up your money, if you built up your body, if you've avoided some of those financial pitfalls, by the time you reach 30, you're now the guy that can date 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and even the 18 and 19-year-olds if that's your thing. So over time, we get to a point right around 30 where now I think for a lot of women, because they're so used to being up there, they assume that the guy that's 30 that now checks off all those boxes, him and her are now equals. No, you're not. He's up here. He now sees you as middle tier or down here. If he's up here, he's comparing you to all the women that look like you, all the women that are your age at 30, and all the women that are a little bit older and a little bit younger, but potentially have had less negative experiences and more positive attitudes towards men. So for whatever reason, men don't know that their value tends to mature later on, and women lose sight of what they're being valued for until it's often too late.